What's good, Sports Radio fans? After a 2-week hiatus, your boy, the SoCal Saint, is back live right here on your direct feed for all that is sports, IE Sports Radio, with your direct feed for all that is professional wrestling, the IE Wrestling Show. I'm rolling solo today, unfortunately, my bro, my tag team partner, Crescent City Savage himself, Travis could not be here today, but he sends us well wishes and regards, and he'll be back hopefully next week with us live right here on our new summer date and time, Thursday at 12 p.m. Central, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on IE Sports Radio. We're streaming live. We're streaming live right now on the official IE Sports Radio Twitch channel, the official IE Sports Radio YouTube channel, and the official IE Sports Radio X/Twitter account. What is going on, everyone? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. I'm back. I know it was a long 2 weeks. I do apologize, guys, for my abrupt little 2-week vacation that I took from the podcast. But I'm back on top of things. I'm back in good health, and we're ready to rock. So, man, we got a lot to talk about. WrestleMania season is in full gear, guys. We are just less than 20 days away from WrestleMania's night 1 and 2, coming to us live from Las Vegas. WrestleMania, the home of the Las Vegas Raiders. The SoFi, no, not SoFi, that's in LA. Sorry. I forgot the name of the stadium in Vegas. My apologies, but it's going to be live in Vegas, April 19th and April 20th. WrestleMania Saturday, April 19th. WrestleMania Sunday, April 20th. This is probably the first time in a while that WrestleMania actually lands on Easter Sunday. So for all those who celebrate, happy Easter and happy WrestleMania Sunday on the same day. I'm excited. It's going to be fun, guys. It's going to be fun. Before we get into anything right now, we're going to take a quick break. I say that because we barely just started. But we're going to throw it to our we're going to throw it to our oh, wow. I'm having dead air. I apologize. I'm having a brain fart. Our sponsorships. Duh. Why couldn't I think of the word? These are the sponsorships that keep the lights on here for IE Sports Radio, guys. These are the ones that keep us doing what we're doing for you to entertain y'all, and hopefully you're enjoying the show right now. I'll get back on track here. See, I'm a little. I got some ring rust in terms of my podcast. So we'll be right back in just a moment. We're going to hear from our official sponsors, Planet Jerky, Seal the Deal Wax Seals, and Vital Apparel, and we'll be right back in just a moment with some more wrestling content right here on IE Sports Radio with the IE Wrestling Show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in just a moment. Stay tuned, guys.
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, single-A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all-brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Rise and shine. It's 4 a.m. The stars are still out. The sun is beneath the horizon, but it's time to punch in and go to work. The comfort of your warm-ups turns into the grinding out of your reps as the clinking and the clinking of the plates create a symphony of euphoria. There's no other feeling like it. Earn it, burn it, and take what's yours. IE Sports Radio has proudly partnered with Vital Apparel, a brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health research. Use our code IESR to get 15% off their comfortable and inspiring gym wear and help them on their amazing journey to support mental health. Go hard, take part in your iron therapy, and be strong. Because when your mental health is as strong as you are, there's no telling how far you'll go.
Hey there, IE Sports Radio fans. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You just finished your very own wedding or baby shower invitations and you're looking for that extra special touch? Maybe you just wrote a letter to a relative or a friend and you want to add to their smile when they receive it. Then seal the deal with Cecilia's handmade sealing wax stamps for your invitations, letters, and gifts. You bring the deal, we'll bring the seal. You can find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps and on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the IE Sports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
Yo, welcome back, IE Sports Radio fans. You just heard from our official sponsors, Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet. Ooh, yeah. Vital Apparel, where whenever you make a purchase, you're actually going to be donating to mental health research. A portion of their proceeds go to mental health research, which is really, really awesome. I love that. Again, if you do a purchase through them, use the promo code IESR to get 15% off your entire purchase, which is really awesome. And of course, Seal the Deal Wax Seals, which is a product of Mrs. Larry B. The head honcho, of course, is Larry B. Cecilia B. is the brainchild behind Seal the Deal Wax Seals, and you can actually purchase directly from our website at iesportsradio.com. Don't forget to follow IE Sports Radio on all these social media platforms that are scrolling below: X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and apparently on Twitch now, since we're live streaming on it right now. Check out our website at iesportsradio.com, guys, and you can actually find the show page for the IE Wrestling Show, and you can check out past episodes and present ones as well. So please do that. Hit that like, share, subscribe button if you're still here watching live. It'll help us out greatly, just that little bit of action there. Shout out to my boy, my tag team partner, who is in the chat right now. Yeet, that is the man right there. Yes, Yeet. My boy Travis, my tag team partner here at IE Sports Radio here on the IE Wrestling Show, the Crescent City Savage himself. Again, he could not be here today. He wishes he could, but hopefully we'll be back together at full strength next week, and we'll get to talk a lot because I actually wanted to present. We'll save it for next week, but I wanted to present a new little side segment here for fans of the IE Wrestling Show. A lot of us wrestling fans are also fans of pop culture. I mean, they kind of go hand in hand. I feel like wrestling, especially nowadays, is a big part of pop culture. So hopefully starting next week when T5 comes back, we'll get to introduce this pop culture part of the show, which I have doubly, and I think it's actually cleverly named the Saintly Savage Pop Culture Minute, taking our two nicknames and putting them together into this nice little name that I've come up with, the SoCal Saint, which is moi, and the Crescent City Savage, which is toi, my friend Travis, a.k.a. T5, a.k.a. the Crescent City Savage. So hopefully next week when he comes back, we can actually introduce this into the show officially, because I would love to hear, as a fellow comic book geek, nerd, movie fan as well, I want to hear what Travis has to think about the recent casting news for the big event movie known as Avengers Doomsday. I definitely want to talk about that for sure, and I want to hear what his thoughts are on that. So we're going to talk about that next week, hopefully right here on the IE Wrestling Show with the newly introduced, the Saintly Savage Pop Culture Minute. So please stay tuned for that, guys. Tune in next week for that officially. And in the meantime, show my co-host some love by going to his official show pages on Twitter/X, who is T Fizzle. That's his personal page. And, of course, at Crescent City _IE for his official solo show that he has right here on the IE Sports Radio platform, the Crescent City Connection, where he talks all things Louisiana sports, from the LSU Tigers to the New Orleans Pelicans to, of course, the New Orleans Saints, who dat. You can find all that out and much more by watching his show, the Crescent City Connection, guys. Check it out, guys. Hit a like, share, subscribe for him. Show him some love. And I really appreciate that, and I'm sure he would as well. And please don't forget to follow us right here at IE Wrestling Show. We are also available on X/Twitter, TikTok, and Blue Sky. So please hit that like, share, subscribe, follow, all those buttons that'll keep the lights on for us here at IE Sports Radio. And please, if you can, on our official Spreaker page at iesportsradio.com, and the show page, the sub page, that's the show page here at IE Sports Radio, go to our supporters club for less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks a month. That's about $5 a month. Go to www.spreaker.com/podcast/the-IE-wrestling-show /support. And if you register, sign up for $5 a month, it'll help us, be able to do more for you guys. Maybe we could do an extra sub show that's just pop culture themed, that just talks about, upcoming releases in television and in film and in comic book world. You know what I mean? That would be something cool. I'm sure a lot of our fans would be interested in seeing that. I know I would love to do something like that as well. I'm just throwing ideas out there. So whatever you could do to help us out here at IE Sports Radio and at the IE Wrestling Show, I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, this is something that I've done for the show, not for myself. Anyone out there, just real quick before we jump into things here, is there anyone out there that has a family member, friend, confidant, loved one, whomever, friend, coworker, that is on the autism spectrum? I myself am an autism father. I'm rocking it right here with my t-shirt, father and son. Yep, autism. Yesterday was officially Autism Awareness Day, and for the month of April, it is Autism Awareness Month. And I was able to obtain a brand ambassadorship for this website called mydailybloom.com. That's mydailybloom.com. And it's no obligation to do any of this, but they have some really great products on there: t-shirts, pants, cups, mugs, you name it. They have actually educational books for parents if they're struggling with their child or family member. There's lovely books for children to read and just enjoy as well on the website. It was created by a BCBA, which for those who are in the autism community, those are like the main people that help guide our children through ABA therapy. And if you check out the page, my official ambassador page there, I have some products that I've liked. You could actually browse through there. And if you use the promo code IEWSA, that's IEWSA, and the show page that I have for that website is actually dubbed the IE Wrestling Show for Autism. That's the condensed version of that promo code IEWSA. You'll actually get 15% off at checkout. And all the proceeds will go back into the show, go back into IE Sports Radio. It's something that I was looking for some other, sponsorships for the show, for the network. And this one was very near and dear to me due to it being so personal to me as an autism father with a son who's nonverbal and autistic. I also am an autism uncle. My nephew is also is on the spectrum as well. And they say it takes a village to raise a child. And with the support of my family, my wife's family, my sister and her family, and my brother-in-law and his family, we've all come together, and we've made a very, very, we're very supportive of our children on the spectrum. And friends that I have in my life are also very supportive. They're always asking me how little man's doing and whatnot, which I am above all very appreciative of all of that. It means the world to me and my wife, any love and concern that you guys always throw our way. So, like I said, there's no obligation. Just check it out. Go to mydailybloom.com. The link is right there scrolling below. Look up the IE Wrestling Show for Autism and use that promo code IEWSA at checkout, and you get 15% off on whatever you purchase. And they actually have a 20% off deal going on right now throughout the month of April for Autism Awareness Month. So that's really cool. And with that, let's just go ahead and jump into the show, guys. So wrestling news. It's been 2 weeks, so we got a lot to catch up on in terms of wrestling news. So I got a lot to say. Any Comic-Con fans out there in the Chicago, Illinois area? Anybody attending C2E2? If you're a wrestling fan and you're hitting the cons this weekend at C2E2, one of the biggest conventions on the East Coast. This is at the Pro Wrestling Tees booth. This is officially for the whole weekend. This coming week, not this weekend. I apologize. Next weekend. The weekend of April 11th through the 13th at the Pro Wrestling Tees official booth. They have a lot of AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling stars that will be live in attendance, taking photos, signing autographs, you name it. They're going to be in attendance. Former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Tetsuya Naito will be in attendance next Saturday from 12 to 4. David Finlay of Bullet Club will be there live in attendance. Rocky Romero will be in attendance as well. From AEW, Kyle Fletcher will be in attendance next Sunday. Also from AEW, Sky Blue. She's also a Chicago native. So if you want to meet Sky Blue, get a photo with her, get an autograph, she will be there in person. No longer a part of Stardom. Apparently, she just had her final match in Stardom, I think, today or yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. And if rumors are to be believed, she's already signed with AEW and will be debuting with AEW officially real soon. Mina Shirakawa will be in attendance on Friday, April 11th at the booth. Probably the biggest name in terms of New Japan Pro Wrestling in Japanese wrestling in general. The ace himself, Hiroshi Tanahashi, has found some time on his retirement tour, because he's also on a retirement tour as well. Me and T5 have talked about this on the show, that this is the final year of competition for Tanahashi and John Cena. So random that they're both having their final year together. Hiroshi Tanahashi will be in attendance on April 12th at the Pro Wrestling Tees booth, signing autographs and taking photos with everyone. Zack Sabre Jr., the former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, will be in attendance as well. Gabe Kidd, who had a really banger of a match this past January with in New Japan. He'll be in attendance. AEW's Willow Nightingale will also be in attendance. The Outrunners from AEW, Konosuke Takeshita from AEW will be there. Chris Statlander, Danhausen, and Colt Cabana, another Chicago native and member of the AEW roster, will be there on Friday and Sunday. So if you guys if any of our fans on the East Coast are planning to attend C2E2, hit up that Pro Wrestling Tees booth for multiple opportunities to meet some wrestling names out of AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling. So, some more stuff has been added to WrestleMania weekend. As if WrestleMania weekend isn't already overloaded and packed with things to do on the WWE side of things, WWE adds another event to its night, and this is actually coming after WrestleMania Night WrestleMania Night 2 is over. So this is Sunday, April 20th at 10 p.m. from the blend. Oh my God, I can't even read that. The Blue Live Theater, my bad. The Blue Live Theater. Sunday, April 20th at 10 p.m., the Blue Live Theater. If you're a fan of this comedian, if you've ever watched his podcast, Kill Tony, or seen him on the Joe Rogan Show, Tony Hinchcliffe and friends will be hosting the Roast of WrestleMania. The Roast of WrestleMania, Sunday, April 20th at 10 p.m. after WrestleMania Sunday, after the event is over at the Blue Live Theater in Las Vegas, Nevada. The Roast of WrestleMania featuring Tony Hinchcliffe is officially now, and officially it's on sale now. You can buy tickets for it now. I'm not really sure what the ticket prices are, but if you're a fan of comedy and you want to add another event to your WrestleMania weekend, that is available now. That along with that is one of 3 events taking place at the Blue Live Theater in Las Vegas on WrestleMania Saturday. After WrestleMania is over, The Undertaker will be doing his very famous One Dead Man show, his live talking show that he does, his one-man show, will be live at the Blue Live Theater on Saturday, April 19th, after WrestleMania Saturday. And then on Sunday, it's the Roast of WrestleMania with Tony Hinchcliffe. And then that following Tuesday, which I believe will be the final event in that city, on April 22nd, live on the CW network, NXT will be live from the Blue Live Theater in Las Vegas, Nevada, for their post NXT Stand and Deliver episode in Vegas. So yeah, you got 3 big events from that same location through WrestleMania weekend. So man, WWE is really going all out for Vegas, man. And speaking of events in Vegas, if you want to do a little bit more than just WWE related things, there's always outside companies that come to Vegas to do a lot of events. And one of them, always, it seems to be a tradition the last few years, has been GCW, and specifically Josh Barnett's Bloodsport. The Josh Barnett Bloodsport event comes back. It's going to be live Thursday, April 17th in Las Vegas, Nevada. And a lot of WWE names have been named for this event. Josh Barnett's Bloodsport, what is this? 13. Sorry, I got to count my Roman numerals. GCW presents Josh Barnett's Bloodsport 13 live Thursday, April 17th from the Palms in Las Vegas, Nevada. And it's actually going to be streaming live on Triller TV Plus. And these WWE names have been announced to make their GCW debut. One half of New Catch Republic. He just returned with his tag team partner Tyler Bate this past Monday night in London. Pete Dunne, the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne, will be making his debut for GCW at the Bloodsport event. Not only that, the man that used to be the leader of the Final Testament, now rolling solo with his wife Scarlett, Karrion Kross, has been announced for Bloodsport 13. That's right, Karrion Kross will make it returns to GCW. He's been to GCW before his WWE career. Josh Barnett has invited Karrion Kross back, and WWE has accepted the invitation. Karrion Kross will be live in attendance for Karrion Kross's return to GCW and Josh Barnett's Bloodsport 13. And I think another interesting return for GCW's Bloodsport event is NXT's Charlie Dempsey. This will be his second time around at the Bloodsport event, and he fared very well at the first one. Let's see if he'll have another victory at his second go around at Josh Barnett's Bloodsport 13. And probably one of the most interesting ones that has been announced that I was really shocked to see was Natalya. That's right, WWE longest tenured female wrestler on the roster currently. Natty Neidhart will be in attendance, and she's already been announced for her match against Mayu Yamashita. From I can't remember where she's from. I think she's from Stardom, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, someone out there, please correct me. But Natty Neidhart will face Mayu Yamashita one-on-one at GCW's Josh Barnett's Bloodsport 13. That's crazy to me that we got a Neidhart, the Queen of Hearts herself, member of the Hart family, will be in attendance, will be competing at Josh Barnett's Bloodsport 13. So, yes, got about 4 WWE names headed to Bloodsport, which is pretty cool. I'm excited to see that. Oh, let's see here. Let's see some more wrestling. I know I'm late on this, but I wanted to shout out congratulations to the two newest nominees of the WWE 2025 Hall of Fame. They have announced Lex Luger, Michelle McCool, and of course the headliner this year, the Game, Paul Triple H Levesque, will be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame this year, but they will be added and joined by the tag team of the Hall of Fame this year. The Natural Disasters, Earthquake, and Typhoon are being inducted into the Hall of Fame. If you guys are a fan of the golden age of WWE, in the late 80s to early 90s, the Natural Disasters were one of the most dominant tag teams for a very short time, but they left their mark indelibly here in the WWE. Typhoon, formerly known as the Superstar, known as Tugboat. Also, wrestling historians out there know that Typhoon eventually would move on to WCW and become a universal meme forever and ever as the Shockmaster. Yes, that's right, the Shockmaster. But that's besides the point. I know that's it's taken a life of its own, but it's awesome. The late great John Tenta, aka Earthquake, will be inducted into the Hall of Fame with his tag team partner Typhoon, who will be in attendance, and the family of Earthquake will be there to accept the nomination on his behalf, which is really nice to see. I cannot wait to see the Natural Disasters be inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. So congratulations to Typhoon and Earthquake. The Natural Disasters will be forever immortalized in the WWE Hall of Fame. And last Friday on SmackDown, they announced that for now, must be a new thing. Matches and I guess moments will now be inducted into the Hall of Fame, because it was announced on Friday Night SmackDown last week that the WrestleMania 13 match, the Immortal Moment, will be inducted into the Hall of Fame. It is the WWE Hall of Fame Immortal Moment. It is the WrestleMania 13 submission match between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bret the Hitman Hart is going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. It was one of the most famous matches in WrestleMania history, in wrestling history, I got to say, because it famously was the double turn, which I think a lot of us newbies at the time, like myself, who just got into wrestling that year, never saw before, never thought that was possible, that when the match started, Bret was the good guy, Austin was the bad guy, or the heel or the face, and by the end of the night, by the end of that match, Bret Hart was clearly the heel, and Stone Cold Steve Austin was the new top babyface for that time. And it's very famously the match where Stone Cold had that visual of him where he's struggling not to submit to the sharpshooter. Blood is coming down his face. He's screaming. You can see blood like streaming down his lip onto his teeth, just dripping from his head. And he passes out from loss of blood from the pain. He does not quit. He does not submit. And Bret Hart wins by technical knockout, because the referee at the time, who I'm still hearing rumored for the Hall of Fame, Ken Shamrock, the world's most dangerous man, who made his first appearance in the WWE at that time. He was still known just as a UFC fighter at that time before he signed a contract with the WWE. Made the match stop. He stopped the match after Steve Austin could no longer respond to his direction. So yeah, that's really cool to see. I haven't really heard any backlash from that match is being inducted into the Hall of Fame, and I can't think of any other sport or any type of sport like entity that inducts like games or matches or anything like that. You know what I mean? So this is different, and I like it. And this actually makes Stone Cold Steve Austin a 2-time Hall of Famer now, and Bret the Hitman Hart, is now officially the first ever 3-time Hall of Famer for the WWE. And who better? Because he is the best there is, the best there was, the best that there ever will be. No doubt. He's always been one of my favorites. He's top 5 for me. Bret Hart, of course, was inducted into the Hall of Fame as a solo wrestler in 2006. And then a couple years ago, he was inducted with his tag team partner, the late, great Jim the Anvil Neidhart, with the Hart Foundation. And now he's being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame once again with his probably one of his favorite opponents. He's said this numerous times. They have a great relationship outside the ring as well as they did inside the ring. Stone Cold Steve Austin for their most famous match together, the WrestleMania 13 submission match. And this is actually it's great to see that Bret Hart's final. His final real WrestleMania match, because I don't think you can really count that WrestleMania match against McMahon, but because that really wasn't a match. But yeah, his official famous last WrestleMania match ever before he left for WCW was against Stone Cold Steve Austin. So that's really cool to see that is getting inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. I guess that's a new thing that we're going to be seeing. I wonder what could be inducted next year come WrestleMania time, but we'll see. We will see. Let's see here. This was announced, I think, like a week ago. Since WWE was on tour in Europe, they were gone for almost 3 weeks. It was great watching Raw at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon over here, instead of having to wait till 7 p.m. Our normal standard time. But that goes back to normal this coming Monday. So the getting was good for a little while, but now it's back to normal American time zones. But WWE announced that they now have a deal with Premier League and Scottish Premiership for making legacy championship belts for the teams, just like they have out here in the United States with the NFL, with Major League Baseball, with the NBA, and with NHL. Now they're doing it with Premier League and Scottish Premiership. So your favorite Premier League and Scottish Premiership teams, you can go on to www.shot.com or go to Fanatics and hit the WWE tab and purchase a legacy championship belt for your favorite football team from the Premier League or Scottish Premiership. So that's cool to see. WWE, man, just try to take over the world, man, everywhere they go. This is actually amateur wrestling related, but with a WWE twist. Former WWE wrestler Gable Steveson, an Olympic gold medalist, Gable Steveson, was defeated on a few weeks back by Wyatt Hendrickson at the NCAA National Championship. I guess football didn't work out, wrestling didn't work out, so Gable Steveson went back to school and competed in an amateur wrestling contest. He was a defending national champion, excuse me, and lost against Wyatt Hendrickson, and which a lot of amateur wrestling purists were calling a huge upset. They did not expect that to happen, and I feel bad for this guy because like everything he's done since leaving WWE, WWE didn't work out, and now football didn't work out, and now this. So, man, I don't know. Like, poor guy. I hope his whatever he does in the future, I hope he starts to see some success, man. I don't like to see anybody just like continue to hit L's, you know what I mean? So hopefully he'll be on the come up at some point. Sad news to report. This is actually local news here in Texas, right here in the DFW area, but definitely fans of yesteryear, fans of WCCW, World Class Championship Wrestling, the house that was built by the Von Erichs and the Freebirds. The voice of WCCW. Bill Mercer passed away on March 23rd of this year. Just a sad day in the world of professional wrestling when we lose another brother in wrestling. Condolences to the family and friends of the legendary voice of WCCW. He was a behind-the-scenes force for WCCW as well. Bill Mercer, I actually got to see Bill Mercer last year because he was in attendance with Kevin Von Erich at his one-man show that he did right here in Fort Worth, which was really cool. Me and my brother-in-law attended that event. Yeah, so Bill Mercer at the age of 99, man. Whew, what a big bucket of win right there. At the age of 99, he left this earth. A renowned broadcaster, Bill was on the scene for the JFK assassination and called the iconic Ice Bowl. Man, this guy did more than just wrestling. You know what I mean? He was very famous to us in terms of wrestling for back in the day. But he did some big things like being right there at the JFK assassination. He was on scene at that, and the iconic Ice Bowl, of course. But to wrestling fans, he will always be known as the iconic voice of world-class championship wrestling, bringing the Von Erichs and countless other stars into everybody's home right here in the DFW area each and every week. He actually helped behind the scenes in terms of writing and shaping storylines and just like he did more than just comment and commentate on. So it's a sad day, to see. It's a sad day in wrestling. Rest in peace, Bill Mercer. You will be missed. But you can still hear him calling some matches if you go to WWE's Peacock page and look up some famous old world-class matches. You can still hear Bill calling those matches if you ever want to check out the impact and talent of Bill Mercer. The big news story, not really big, but Paige, excuse me, maybe I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Saraya has left AEW. Her contract has ended. I don't know if she opted not to resign or Tony Khan didn't opt to resign her, but whatever it is, she's no longer under contract with AEW. And she has expressed that she would like to go back to the WWE, but she's also expressed that she would probably entertain retiring too from the ring. But I guess we'll keep our eyes out for that. But Saraya no longer under contract to AEW. So take that for what you will. Take this with a grain of salt, guys. But Rusev, formerly known as Miro in AEW, apparently has re-signed with the WWE. This comes from, take this with a huge grain of salt, Fightful Select. And another one that's actually a little more reputable, PW Insider. I think they're more accurate than Fightful ever is. But PW Insider also reported that Rusev was seen at WWE HQ. And apparently he has re-signed with the company because he's been no longer under contract to AEW. And we could very well see Rusev make his return to the WWE, possibly. I could definitely see him showing up on the Raw or the SmackDown after WrestleMania. And what an awesome Rusev day that would be. I'm excited to see Rusev get another go-round in the big leagues. So congrats to Rusev. If the rumors are to be true, congratulations to him. Also, congratulations to another AEW prisoner that was released and now is in the blessed home of WWE. Maybe I'm getting a little too ahead of myself. I just like to tease the AEW diehards because they're probably having a fucking fit right now. Like, oh my God, it's not true. It's not like that. It's not like that. Yeah, okay. Tell that to the man who's about to make his debut officially on SmackDown this coming Friday. Rey Fenix. That's right. No name change, nothing. Rey Fenix, the brother of one of Raw's hottest talents today, Penta. That's right. Rey Fenix is going to be making his debut. He's going to be rolling solo. I thought they'd probably put them two together immediately, but WWE's going to let them cook solo, and then it's going to make a bigger impact when they come back together once again, which very smart. Very smart, Triple H. Very smart. Rey Fenix is going to be making his official debut on SmackDown last week. on Friday Night SmackDown. The last few weeks they've been running these promos, and it was obvious who they were about. You could see from the shape of the mask and just the outfit he was wearing, but they made it official this past Friday night on SmackDown, where they showed his face in all its glory, and then Rey Fenix SmackDown next week. Boom, Rey Fenix. We got both Lucha Bros under contract with the WWE. Rey Fenix is going to be doing the damn thing on SmackDown while Penta does his damn thing on Raw. And then it's going to be a huge, I can't wait for that moment, that pop when the brothers come together for the first time under contract in the WWE and tag team together. That's going to be a glorious moment to see, man. But awesome. Congrats to Rey Fenix. He is going to be making his debut on Raw. And another debut, which is impending, which I think is coming the SmackDown after WrestleMania, will be Aleister Black, formerly known as Malachi Black in WWE. Aleister Black no longer under contract with AEW, and these promos that we've been getting with the smoke and the weird, like, I think it was like a 4 it showed, and then they're really odd promos, not showing really any wrestlers or anything like that. But I believe that it's Aleister Black. I mean, how could it not be? Who the hell else could it be? Like, it's got to be Aleister Black. So hopefully Aleister Black pops up on the Raw or SmackDown after WrestleMania. I can see him most likely showing up on SmackDown because that's where his wife is. Of course, his wife in real life is Selena Vega. So it'd probably be where he'd want to be settled anyway, so he can, ride the, he can be with her on the same roster together. So I'm looking forward to that. I did want to get into this story that came out the last couple days with Swerve Strickland going on DJ Vlad and he made some unnecessary, unpopular comments about Booker T. And Booker T commented back and actually talked about approaching Swerve. And I mean, this whole thing. But I think I'm going to save that for next week because I would love to hear what my partner in crime has to say about it. So we're going to save that. We're going to let that cook for a little longer. We're going to let it settle. I'm going to put the temperature a little down, and we're going to wait because I really want to get T5's opinion on this. So we'll come back. We'll circle back to that story in a little bit. Hopefully next week we'll get to talk about it because I really want to hear what he's got to say. Well, let's see. Oh, man, we're getting some comments here in the chat room. Here, hey, shout out on Twitch. Ooh, like my first comments on Twitch. Shout out to Jessica_Angel099. How you doing? Thank you for showing up. Thank you for watching the show. I appreciate it. Thank you. And you asked the question, what are your thoughts about Randy Orton? Okay, Randy Orton. I love Randy. He's one of my favorites. He's a goat. He's one of the goats for sure. He's been doing this thing since 2002. Since he debuted on the main roster, third generation talent. He's had his ups and downs in his career because of, his behavior, and he'll be the first one to tell you that, he was not, very well liked backstage because he was kind of an asshole. He'll be the one to tell you that. But Randy's come a long way. He's God, how many times has he won the world title? Like 13, 14 times, something like that. I think it's like 14-time world champion, multiple time tag team champions, has epic feuds with all the big names, Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle, Rey Mysterio, Triple H, Batista, Edge. He's had a lot of legendary feuds with a lot of legendary guys. His career has outlived a lot of other guys' careers too. Undertaker, and he's still going. He's in the best shape of his career right now. He's looking like an absolute beast. And I think him and Kevin Owens are going to have a standout match at WrestleMania this year. I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully they let them just go balls to the wall, man. I hope they let them just do whatever they want at WrestleMania, give them the time that they need to tell the proper story that needs to be told. I'm really looking forward to it. And his little back and forth with Cody Rhodes this past Friday on SmackDown, giving Cody his flowers, but also letting him know there's going to be a time. He's like, I want to see you beat Cena, but I'm just letting you know now there's going to be a time where I'm going to be coming for that title. And I love that. I love that. So we're gonna get that mentor versus student type of match between him, because everybody knows, if you followed the career, if you are a fan of Randy Orton and you follow his career, then Cody Rhodes' career is also intertwined there, and you had to follow Cody as well, and you know that Cody Rhodes was a part of his group Legacy, and he was there mentoring Cody Rhodes and a young Ted DiBiase Jr., and look at where Cody Rhodes is now today. So it tells the story pretty much writes itself for a Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton championship match in the near future. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think I said like last year that I thought that's where the plan was going. I thought we were going to get Randy and Cody at WrestleMania this year. But I guess that's yet to be seen. So I could see a Randy and a Cody happening at if Cody walks out of WrestleMania Sunday still champion, I could see Randy and Cody possibly going at SummerSlam. I could see that being a main event for SummerSlam this year. I was just about to say Backlash, because Backlash is going to be in in St. Louis, which is Randy Orton's hometown. But I really think, depending if Cena wins or not, I think Cena versus Orton in St. Louis in Randy's backyard is the match that's going to happen at Backlash after WrestleMania in St. Louis. I think that's where they're going, because all the promotional material, every time you see it scroll across their screen like, hey, tickets on sale for Backlash now, it's always a photo of who? John Cena and Randy Orton side by side. So unless they plan on putting them in a match together, I don't see why they would obliquely just promote that like that. You know what I mean? Then they keep saying it's in St. Louis, it's in Randy's hometown. It's kind of like a no-brainer that's the big match that gets people in that gets butts and seats at Backlash, because you got to know Cena and Orton are going to do this one more time before Cena hangs up his sneakers and his jorts. So I'm all for it. I'm all for another Randy Orton John Cena match in the near future. So those are my thoughts on Randy. Thank you for the question. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And shout out to BMA Dog on X. I'm going to Mania in Vegas. I'm willing to guest star the third. Oh, hell yeah, bro. Hell yes. Please do. Dude, hit me up. Send me a DM, bro, and we'll get it all set up, man. I am down. That would be so dope. Me and Travis would love that. That would make for a huge show for us. I would love that. So yes, dude, definitely. I love that idea. I love that. Thank you. Ooh, we're going to take a short little break, guys. We're going to hear from some of our IE Sports Radio affiliates, and we'll be right back with some more wrestling content here on the IE Wrestling Show. Don't go anywhere. We're going to talk NXT Stand and Deliver, and then we're going to talk about the current card for WrestleMania 41. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Davidson.
It's your boy, Notorious Lava.
And we're the hosts of Fast Break here on IE Sports Radio, where we discuss everything in the world of basketball from prep to the pros.
You guys should definitely check us out, man. Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We got all the basketball information you guys need, so we look forward to you guys listening in.
And please do, because we are the best basketball show on this side of the Mississippi. And please do check us out on Twitter at FastBreakISR. D-Lock, where's our time again?
8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. That gives you guys plenty of time on a Sunday.
Tune in.
Hello, ladies and sinners. Hello, sports fans around the world. Hello, IE Sports family. This is Cale Henderson, the host of IE Vegas, the Sin City Sports Show, presented by IE Sports Radio. If you folks are interested in sports in the Vegas area, if you're wanting to have a blast for 1 hour, every Tuesday night from 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, this is a show built for the Vegas sports fans, where we feature the Las Vegas Raiders, the Las Vegas Golden Knights, the Las Vegas Aces, and the University of Las Vegas, Nevada Rebels. Hopefully, fingers crossed, MLB team coming soon. Either way, if you folks are looking to have a blast for 1 hour each and every week, tune in Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you folks are interested in Vegas sports news, go to our Twitter, at SinCities_IESR, and you can speak with me, the host, Cale Henderson, at Cale_Henderson on Twitter. At any time, be happy to reply. Always want to reach out to our fans. Again, the Sin City Sports Show, presented by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
We're back live right here on the IE Wrestling Show. Thank you to Fast Break and the Sin City Sports. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you very much. Check out their shows, guys. You can follow them on the X, as you heard in the commercials there. Check them out. Boom. NXT Stand and Deliver. It's got a new start time, actually. It's going to be a special event time starting super early. I heard a lot of the NXT talent. I don't know if it's true or not because of the source. Came from Fightful. Of course, you can't trust them, just like you can't trust Dave Meltzer because he's a douche. And Fightful Select are just as bad as him. So take it with a grain of salt, hearing that. But it's going to have a special start time because NXT Stand and Deliver actually takes place the same day as WrestleMania Night 1, which is WrestleMania Saturday. It's going to be Saturday, April 19th, 2025, at the T-Mobile Arena in the Las Vegas suburb of Paradise, Nevada. The event will be live streaming on the platforms of Peacock and Netflix internationally. And it's going to have a special start time of 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which would be, for me, it'd be 12 noon Central Standard Time. And then it'd be 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time for all y'all on the West Coast. So these are the matches that have been officially made for Stand and Deliver so far. So we're not there yet. It's not official yet because there's still more to come. But Stephanie Vakir, this past Tuesday night, relinquished her NXT Women's North American Championship. And now, just like the match that began the title lineage at Battleground in Vegas, we will get another ladder match for the vacant NXT Women's North American Championship. And the two superstars so far that have qualified for this match are Saraya and former champion, the very first champion in the title's lineage, Kalani Jordan, have all been officially added to the match after victories that they gained on NXT this past Tuesday. 4 more competitors are left to be determined, as it will be a 6-way match. 6-way ladder match for the vacant NXT Women's North American Championship. So I'm looking forward to that. That should be a standout match for sure. Ladder matches are always fun. They're dangerous, but they're always fun. And Stephanie Vakir will actually be in a one-on-one match with an opponent yet to be determined for her NXT Women's Championship. I don't know who she will be competing against, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. I wonder if Julia is scheduled to come back. I don't know what her status is. I don't know how bad the injury was or is. I don't know if she'll be back in time, but it would be nice to see them run it back for Stand and Deliver because it is the biggest night for NXT, during WrestleMania weekend. So that'd be cool. And I really can't say who else I can think of could compete against Stephanie at this match. Maybe Jordan Grace or Jada Parker. I mean, we'll see. And the main event that's already set in stone for this match will be a 3-way dance, a triple threat match for the NXT Championship. I am so excited for this match. Obafemi, the ruler himself, Obafemi defends the NXT Championship against Trick Williams and Javon Evans. Whoo! I am so excited. This is an all. Oh God! The sheer excitement I have for this match, man. I'm so excited. We got 3 of the top athletes in NXT right now. These men are going to tear the house down in this main event. And if I'm not mistaken, this is probably the very first time ever for NXT or main roster that we've had 3 African Americans in the main event for a title on a big event. You know what I mean? Like in the main event. I know Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks, aka Mercedes Moné, did the thing where they main evented WrestleMania Night 1 for the second 2-night WrestleMania, which was the year after the pandemic. Which was what, WrestleMania 37, I believe. Yeah, that's right, WrestleMania 37. They main evented Night 1 for the SmackDown Women's Championship, so they were the first, to main event, the first African American women to do that, which was so awesome. And now the men get their chance here with Stand and Deliver. I'm so excited for this. I'm so down. I'm ready for this match. And a shout out to one of my current favorites right now, the man who birthed the chance of Tony Fumbled, the crowd, well, at least birthed them in the crowd, because he didn't actually say it himself, but he's thinking it, because WWE is doing a hell of a lot more with him right now than what was going on down in AEW. Ricky Saints, man, absolute Ricky Saints has done it in a very short amount of time, defeated Shawn Spears this past Tuesday on NXT to become the new NXT North American champion. Congratulations to Ricky Saints. He did it for Nollins, did it for the naysayers, and he did it for himself. You could see the pride he took in that. You could see the genuine emotion on his face when it was announced as the winner of the match. Awesome match between him and Shawn Spears. And then it closed out the show with All Ego Ethan Page taking out Ricky Saints. So I can assume that we're going to get All Ego Ethan Page versus Ricky Saints for that NXT North American Championship at Stand and Deliver. I think it's pretty much a guarantee after what took place after the title match on Tuesday. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm just waiting for it to be officially announced, but I'm pretty sure that's where they're going with that. So far, the card is not official yet. We haven't finalized anything yet for NXT Stand and Deliver, but it's going to be a fun event. I'm looking forward to that. NXT always gets me super hyped for WrestleMania later on in the day, so I'm super stoked to see what the talent on NXT does. And Chef Michaels, Chef HBK is going to be cooking. Okay, it's going to be cooking. You know what's cooking? WrestleMania 41. I think the notch on the oven just got turned up a degree or two after this past Monday night on Raw. If I'm to be if I'm just going to be blunt, I know a lot of people, a lot of skeptics, a lot of fans have been a little less than enthused at the direction of WrestleMania this year. A lot of people are, haven't been super excited. I know I've been seeing negative. I've been seeing positive. I'm seeing a whole mix of comments and opinions about the road to WrestleMania this year. But I think this past Monday night on Raw definitely got a lot of people turned around for the positive more than the negative, I would say, because, man, the events that took place after the Jimmy Uso Gunther match, where Gunther just went just absolutely nuts on Jimmy, handcuffing Jey Uso to the ring, and just watched his twin brother, get decimated. And, it's your identical twin. You guys look the same. You know what I mean? I mean, they don't. I mean, they're identical, but they got different hairs. I mean, you can tell the difference between the two of them now. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm getting at. It's like watching yourself being beaten to an absolute bloody pulp, because, man, Jimmy was bloody. And then Gunther was just he had blood all over him. There was even a point, I don't know, I'm pretty sure they probably edited it for the replay, but I was watching it live. There's a point where Gunther actually got blood in his mouth. Like, he tasted the blood of Jimmy Uso. He and spit it out in front of. It was just vicious. We have never seen this viciousness from Gunther on the main roster before, but holy crap, was Gunther just this is the type of thing that this match needed, because definitely a lot of people, this is probably one of the most negative opinion feuds going into WrestleMania, was that this didn't feel like a big deal. Like Jey Uso, after winning the Royal Rumble, and this feud with Gunther was just not living up to the hype. But man, after that segment, holy shit, am I invested in this feud now. I am super invested now. I cannot wait for their title match. It's got a whole other identity to it now. It's just way, way more personal than it was the previous few weeks that they've been going back and forth, back and forth. It has become absolutely personal now. It is now a personal vendetta for Jey Uso to beat Gunther at WrestleMania and become World Heavyweight Champion. That's literally what it's become now. It's a do or die situation for Jey Uso after the events that took place on Monday Night Raw. That's how I feel. So I'm really looking forward to it. Of course, WrestleMania 41, nights 1 and 2, will be streaming live internationally on Netflix and locally here, domestically, on Peacock. It's going to be live from the Allegiant Stadium. That's what I couldn't remember. The Allegiant Stadium in the Las Vegas suburb of Paradise, Nevada. This is the first WrestleMania this is the first time WrestleMania returned to Vegas since WrestleMania 9 in 1993 took place at Caesars Palace. That's right. That's how long it's been. 1993, guys. Holy shit. That's a long time. And it's going to be in the beautiful new stadium, Allegiant Stadium, the home of the Las Vegas Raiders. And these are the matches that will take place on WrestleMania. Nothing has been set in stone. Well, a few matches have been set in stone for certain nights. Others have not. But this is what we got so far. These are the matches for WrestleMania. After the segment that took place this past Monday night on Raw, it is official. It was officially made by Triple H online and announced on WWE's official social media platforms. AJ Styles, the phenomenal AJ Styles, goes one-on-one with the Maverick, the man with the prime bottles, Logan Paul. That's right. Logan Paul goes one-on-one with AJ Styles in Vegas. This could be a sleeper hit right here, guys. I know I say this every time I talk about this individual. Logan Paul, he's a hell of an athlete. He's also a hell of a douchebag in real life, but hell of an athlete. You gotta give him credit for his athleticism and what he's done in a very, very short amount of time in a wrestling ring. He's good. He does very, very well. I have to give him credit. I can't hate on him for this. He does very, very well. So I think him and AJ Styles are the perfect dancing partners and are going to have a banger of a match. I'm looking forward to this match at WrestleMania. It has not been designated to either night yet. I think as we get closer to WrestleMania, they'll actually shape both nights and let us know which matches are taking place on what nights. But this could be a sleeper hit on any night. Another match, which I think is definitely in flux after the events of the main event of this past Monday night on Raw. It's still technically set in stone as Io Sky defending the Women's World Championship against the winner of the Women's Elimination Chamber match, Bianca Belair. But you have the outside factor of Rhea Ripley and the inconclusiveness of the match that took place on Raw, where Bianca Belair threw out the match between Io and Rhea in the rematch for the Women's World Championship. There was no winner. Rhea went absolutely nuts. She had a crash out, as the kids say today. And she decimated Io and Bianca, especially Bianca. She hit her with not one, but two riptides, the second one being an avalanche riptide from the second rope. And she let it be known that she still wants an opportunity at the Women's World Championship. So I think it's safe to say that Adam Pearce will have no other choice but to add Rhea Ripley to the match, making it a triple threat match for the Women's World Championship between Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley. And I was just talking about this match, of course. The World Heavyweight Championship definitely is on another personal level now. Gunther versus Jey Uso. Gunther defending the World Heavyweight Championship against the 2025 Royal Rumble winner, Jey Uso. Has not been designated to either night yet. I could see this being the hot match for night one, possibly, or even the match for night two, just like it was last year, because the World Heavyweight Championship was the opening contest WrestleMania Night 2 when Seth Rollins went one-on-one with Drew McIntyre. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do the same thing again, because that would be a hot way to start Night 2 for sure. But I mean, who knows? I think the investment in this match has definitely gone up. And it definitely, to me, it has to. It hasn't gone down for me anyway. I'm speaking only for myself. My investment has totally gone up on this match. WWE Women's Championship. Tiffany Stratton defends the WWE Women's Championship against the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble winner, the Queen, Charlotte Flair. This is another one I'm still kind of on the fence on, because I feel like they really haven't really gained my excitement or an interest. I feel Charlotte is just being real kind of wishy-washy with Tiffany, and I mean that not in terms of story. I mean legitimately, she just seems like whatever. She's not really giving Tiffany an edge at all. She's just kind of indifferent, and it shows. I don't know if that's how the direction that they're giving her, this is how they're telling her to appear, to act, or whatever the case. I don't know. It just seems kind of weird to me. I don't know if there's some legitimate heat between them. I've seen some rumors spreading online that there is some legitimate heat between them. I mean, you never know. It's all hearsay, we don't know. We're just fans speculating, but I don't know. I mean, I think it'll be a good match regardless, but I just feel like they need something too to just kind of give that interest kick. You know what I mean? They need. I'm not saying that she needs to go out and bloody the shit out of Tiffany. Charlotte doesn't need to do that or whatever, but they need something that just piques people's interest. Because right now, I just speaking for myself personally, my interest is a little low for this match. You know what I mean? It's gonna. I'm not saying that they won't have a good match. I'm just meh. I'm kind of meh about it. Announced officially for WrestleMania Night 1. That's Saturday. That's WrestleMania Saturday, April 19th. Randy Orton goes one-on-one with Kevin Owens. It happened in the fall of 2024. Kevin Owens hit Randy Orton with a pile driver on SmackDown, and Randy was not seen since then, until the Elimination Chamber, after Kevin Owens defeated Sami Zayn in that brutal, unsanctioned match that they had. Definitely WrestleMania worthy. That match could have definitely been a match for WrestleMania itself. But it looks like Sami Zayn will not be a part of WrestleMania this year. It looks like Sami, I guess, I heard Sami Zayn had requested some time off, and that was kind of their way of writing Sami off but at least giving him a big time match in his home country with his best friend Kevin Owens. So it makes sense. I mean, Sami, some people oh, disappointed. Man, it looks like Sami's not going to be at WrestleMania. I love Sami Zayn. He's one of my favorites, but if the guy asked for time off, to be with his family, to kind of just, I guess, heal some injuries and whatnot, if he needed some time to himself, let the man have his time off. Not everybody needs to be on the WrestleMania card, especially if he requested that, hey, I need a minute. You know what I mean? By all means, let him have a minute. Let him come back for a huge pop at the Raw or SmackDown after Mania. That would be awesome. So we'll see. But Randy Orton returned after that match at Elimination Chamber and made his intentions known that he's coming after Kevin Owens. And I think they're going to have an awesome match. This type of match needs to be, see, Brian in the chat right here. That's going to be lit. Should be that's what I was about to say. It should be no disqualification. There should be some sort of stipulation to this match. It can't just be a typical one-on-one match with rope breaks and DQs and countouts. They have to let these guys just smash each other, man. They just have to just beat the living crap out of each other. You know what I mean? I don't want it to fall into the situation that took place at WrestleMania 25 with Randy and Triple H. If anybody remembers that match, Randy and Triple H had this crazy blood feud. I mean, they had this crazy feud. Randy had kissed Stephanie on the lips after RKOing her, and Triple H was handcuffed to the ring ropes and couldn't do a damn thing about it. And Triple H showed up at Randy's house and broke in, and it was nuts. They had this blood feud, And then for some reason, which is still boggles my mind, they put in the stipulation that if Triple H is disqualified, he loses the WWE Championship, which definitely which hampered that match. It hampered that match so badly. That was probably one of the most boring WrestleMania main event matches ever in recent memory. And it didn't help that it also had to follow the fucking amazing match of Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker either. So that didn't help as well. There was no topping that. But that hindrance of the stipulation just affected that match so much. You know what I mean? Like, because they really couldn't do anything, you know, in terms of like just beating the shit out of each other. You know what I mean? And I feel like Randy Orton and Kevin Owens feud is definitely something that doesn't need to have a standard type of match. It has to just be a fight. You know what I mean? Like, give it a street fight, a Las Vegas street fight stipulation or something, no disqualification, something like that. It has to have something. I'm not saying they can't have a great match. I'm just saying the type of feud that this is, it should just be like, oh, you know, I'm not saying have another unsanctioned match, but it's got to have, add a little bit of spice to it, please. Anything, no disqualification at least. And the main event for WrestleMania Night 1. For the first time in his long wrestling career, CM Punk will main event a WrestleMania. And it's going to be in a triple threat match against Seth freaking Rollins and the OTC himself, yours and mine, the tribal chief himself, Roman Reigns. A lot of people are kind of still up in arms about this match, a triple threat match between Roman, Punk, and Seth. I've seen a lot of people online saying like this, that Punk didn't need to be in this match, that Punk should have been in the world title match against Cena and Rhodes. And who's to say that that's still not the case? Because Punk made it very clear during the signing of the contract this past Friday night on SmackDown that the main event for WrestleMania was not the favor that is still owed to him. And then I saw somebody, I don't know whose profile it was like I was scrolling and I just came across this profile who said that brought up this thing, and it was the two videos put together. And it was the video of Punk making it very clear that that's not the favor I'm still owed. And then it cut to this old clip from Punk's final year in the WWE from 10 years ago, where Punk and Heyman are in the ring, and Heyman is cutting a promo, and Heyman says, one day I will be by your side when you walk down that aisle and for a championship match in the main event of WrestleMania. Basically is what the gist of the conversation was. And so speculation would be to say that Punk's favor would be to add himself to the Cody and Cena match, which I think is unnecessary at this point because on with Cena and Rhodes, because I think Cena and Rhodes alone are cooking. They don't need it, but that would be a huge fucking swerve, man. I think the crowd would go absolutely fucking nuts live in attendance there if that were to happen. And then you see Heyman come out and they do their old entrance together where Punk, you know, hands him his arm and Heyman checks his arm, you know, his wrist, you know, for the time. And he's like, oh, I know what time it is. It's clobbering time. That would be absolutely insane. But I'm getting ahead of myself. It's probably wishful thinking, but I am all for I think this match is going to be awesome either way. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, some of the best wrestlers on the roster today, some of the best wrestlers in the world today. Going to have a crazy fucking triple threat match in the main event of WrestleMania Night 1. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And WrestleMania Night 2, Sunday, April 20th, WrestleMania Sunday, the main event for the undisputed WWE Championship. The quarterback of the WWE today versus the quarterback of the WWE of yesteryear, which is so crazy to say that. John Cena challenges the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And they finally came to verbal and physical blows this past Monday in London. They were throwing it all out there. Cody even mentioned, he who should not be named, literally, because he didn't name him. He just said, you were somebody's golden boy. You were some billionaire's golden boy, which is basically a shot at Vince McMahon. And then Cody, and then Cena fired right back, saying that I built empires. Cena said, I built empires for billionaires. You just took money from them, from their children, is what he said. You just took money from their children, which was definitely a shot at. I would say that's more of a shot at Tony Khan than it was at Cody. Because hey, if you can get your bag, man. But I feel like that was more direct. That was more of a shot at Tony Khan than anything, because he didn't call Tony Khan a billionaire. He said you were the son of one. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's how I interpreted that. But I could be just reading between the lines, I guess. It was great. And then Cody hit that fucking crossroads. Like, oh man, Cena's gonna be looking for a receipt, man. He's gonna be looking to get that back from Cody. Who knows what'll happen? But this has been interesting. I'm enjoying the Cena heel turn. How he's been in an abusive relationship with us fans apparently, and he just broke up with us. I love seeing the memes like people like they're like laying in bed like covered and they're just like, I can't come into work today. John Cena just broke up with me. It's been interesting. I've been enjoying it, man. So I'm looking really forward to WrestleMania, man. This is going to be regardless of what happens, it's going to be an interesting night and a game-changing night for professional wrestling in general and WWE for certain. So I am excited, man. We are less than 20 days away from WrestleMania, guys. And we're going to be all here for it. And hopefully I will be live in attendance. I'm trying to get myself some tickets because the Friday night SmackDown after WrestleMania, which is the Friday after WrestleMania, April 25th, SmackDown comes to my backyard right here in Fort Worth, Texas, right here, literally 10, 15-minute drive from my house to the Dickies Arena. And it's already been announced that John Cena is making his final appearance in Fort Worth. He will be in attendance at that SmackDown. Will he have the WWE Championship across his shoulder, or will he be titleless? I guess we'll have to watch WrestleMania to find out, but I'm definitely hoping that I can be live in attendance for that. We'll be right back in just a moment. We're going to hear from a couple more affiliates before I bid you adieu for the day. So take care, guys. We'll be right back in just a moment. Stay tuned for the IE Wrestling Show right here on IE Sports Radio. Do not go anywhere, okay? Stay tuned. I'm watching you. I see you. Don't go anywhere.
Hockey fans, I'm Adam Kernick.
And I'm Zach Puplis.
Together, we are the newest version of Hockey Talk on IE Sports Radio, The Neutral Zone.
Zone.
We love hockey, but we also know it's not everyone's first sport. So we want to make this show as much for new fans as for the diehards.
Whether you can name all the Swedes on the 08 Red Wings Stanley Cup team, or if you can't tell if Varlamov is a goalie or the latest trendy vodka, we're here to help. With facts, figures, and outrageous fans, we bring you all the hard-hitting hockey news you can handle, while still keeping it fun and on the rails. Well, mostly.
So tune in every week as we go around the hockey world, from college to Canada, the minors and the majors, and everywhere in between.
So bring your cellies.
And your one-timers.
You wicked wristas.
And be sure to protect your five-hole.
Catch the Neutral Zone every week on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
We promise not to pick on the Arizona Coyotes every episode.
What's up, Pittsburgh? This is Ralph Galise, the host of the Injury Report. on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all other sports. Are you that passionate diehard Steelers, Penguins, Pirates, or just a Pittsburgh sports fan? Then please join me on the Yins Report every Tuesday on IE Sports Radio, the direct feed for all other sports. And I will update you on all that's black and gold and have you telling your Pittsburgh fans and friends what's up with Pittsburgh sports. Tune in Tuesday with me, Ralph Calise, the Yinzer Report on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Let's go!
What's up, guys? We are back right here live on the IE Wrestling Show. We went over a lot of stuff, man. I was trying to play catch-up after these past 2 weeks. I know I was gone for a couple weeks. I do apologize for that. But I'm back now. We're in the midst of WrestleMania season, and I'm looking forward to each and every moment that's going to come across our page here and come across our screens. I'm ready for WrestleMania season, man. I'm so excited for it. So please stick with us. Tune in to us live next week on our new official day and time. Thursdays, 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 1:30 Eastern Time. We'll be right here on the IE Sports Radio's official Twitch page, YouTube channel, and X account. Follow my co-host, who I know he's not with me right now, but show him some love. Follow him on his pages on Twitter at whoistfizzle and Crescent City _IE. That is the official show page for his other show that he hosts solo, the Crescent City Connection, where he talks all things Louisiana sports. You'll definitely want to check that out. And next week, tune in, guys. Hopefully when he'll be back with me here, we're going to introduce our new little segment here on the IE Wrestling Show called the Saintly Savage Pop Culture Minute, which is what I called, putting our two names together, our two nicknames together. I'm the SoCal Saint. He is the Crescent City Savage. And we're going to talk some pop culture, man. I really want to get T5's opinion on this Avengers Doomsday casting news. I'm really excited to talk nerd stuff with my boy here on next week's episode. And we're going to into NXT Stand and Deliver and more WrestleMania news and some more wrestling news, of course. So please tune in next week, guys. You will not be disappointed. Thank you again, wrestling fans, for tuning in to this episode of the IE Wrestling Show. We'll be right back next week. Of course, like I just stated, we'll be back live again on the next oh, wow. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my intro started. I do apologize. Sorry. Technical difficulties, guys. So please, thank you. Follow me again on my social media platforms at IE Wrestling Show on X/Twitter, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Please follow all those pages for us. Check out again my little brand ambassadorships I have at mydailyblue.com. For the month of April, it is Autism Awareness Month. I am an autistic father, like I stated here earlier on the show. If you go to my ambassador page, it's got links to awesome products. If you have the funds, I know times are hard, but use the promo code IEWSA at checkout. You get 50% off your entire purchase right now. They also have 20% off on all products. With it being Autism Awareness Month, check it out. For your support for autism awareness, I would really appreciate it. It means the world to me. As a father, I think it's very personal. And please support us by going to the Supporters Club at Spreaker.com/e-ie-wrestling-show/support. And for less than a coffee at Starbucks, that's $5 a month. You help us out, get money back into the show. That helps us do what we can to make the show better. We can do another side show, whatever we can do to thank you for helping us, because that's what it is. It's not going into my pocket. Going back right into the show. Same with the ambassadorship to mydailyboom.com. It's not going in my pocket. It's going back into the show and back into IE Sports Radio. Because we're doing this all for the love of sports, for the love of the podcast, and I just love it. So please, guys, thank you for tuning in to the IE Wrestling Show. Please don't go anywhere. Come back next week for the next edition of the IE Wrestling Show. I'm your boy, the SoCal Saint, and my brother, the Savage. See y'all next week. 6:30 p.m. Central, 1:30 Eastern Standard Time, right here on IE Sports Radio. See you guys.